Welcome to HOA Stories, the ultimate spot for the wildest, most jaw-dropping homeowner association drama you'll ever hear. We bring you those legendary Reddit-inspired tales, epic neighbor battles, petty power trips, and the kind of iconic Karen moments that leave you cheering for justice, laughing at the absurdity, and sometimes just shaking your head in disbelief. Picture this: a quiet 67-year-old retired civil engineer named Marcus Webb, grieving the loss of his beloved wife Linda, who always found peace by the water. He starts a simple morning routine, paddling his little kayak out onto the 12-acre lake in the center of their 340-home subdivision at dawn, casting a line, catching and releasing base as the sun rises. It becomes his therapy, his way to feel connected to her again after she passed in 2021. But the HOA president, Brenda Kowalski, a real estate agent with an iron grip on the board since 2017, sees it differently. She slaps him with retroactive $85 a month lake maintenance fees going back years, totaling over $5,000, plus hundreds more for unauthorized kayak registration. When he keeps fishing anyway, she escalates, calls the sheriff to accuse him of trespassing, piles on bogus fines for quiet hours violations, and grass that's a fraction too tall, threatens liens on his house, and even gets code enforcement to harass him with nitpicky citations. Most people would cave. Marcus? He does what any good engineer does. He digs into the paperwork. Turns out, nobody actually owns the lake. It's been unclaimed county land since the original 1987 plat, never transferred to the HOA. For over 30 years, Brenda's been collecting $346,000 a year in maintenance fees from every household for a body of water the HOA had zero legal right to control, while funneling big chunks of that money to her husband's consulting LLC for services that barely existed. Marcus files a quiet title action, notifies everyone who might care. The county shrugs and says, "We don't want it." The HOA misses the notice entirely, and 61 days later, the judge hands him the deed. Suddenly, he owns the lake. Brenda, the woman who called the cops on him for fishing, now needs his permission to step foot on her community asset. The backlash is furious. Emergency meetings, a massive lawsuit funded by a $170,000 special assessment from neighbors, cease and desist letters from fancy Tampa lawyers, more harassment. But Marcus has 40 years in county planning, a sharp attorney, leaked meeting minutes proving the financial shenanigans, and a viral blog post that explodes across Reddit and local news. The state AG opens an investigation. Board members resign. Brenda gets removed in an 87% vote, and criminal charges follow for misappropriation of funds. In the end, Marcus doesn't fence it off or sell it for profit. He grants the HOA a formal easement, but with strict rules. Fees drop to a realistic $15 per month for actual upkeep, full transparency on the budget, his personal veto on lake rule changes, and guaranteed unrestricted fishing rights for himself every single day. He renames it Linda's Lake, plants a beautiful bronze memorial plaque by the dock in her honor, and turns it into something truly special for the community. Free Saturday fishing clinics for neighborhood kids, partnerships with the county for youth programs, shoreline restoration with native plants, and an annual community festival with food trucks, music, and a fishing derby. The lake becomes healthier, wildlife returns, and the neighborhood finally feels like a real community again. This is the kind of story we love here: methodical justice, sweet karma, and a grieving man turning pain into something beautiful for everyone. New videos every day, full of conflict, comebacks, and that glorious feeling when the little guy wins. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and join the crew that lives for HOA chaos turning into triumph. Warning: quick reminder. All stories here are fictionalized narratives inspired by real-life HOA themes, crafted purely for entertainment. No real events, names, or people are depicted. Any similarities are pure coincidence. If you've ever battled an overzealous HOA, or know someone who has, drop your story in the comments. We might feature it next. The bass are biting, the sun's rising, and the drama never sleeps. See you in the next one. Smirking face.